Hello and welcome to your reading. My name is Rowan, and today I will be getting some messages for you from Spirit. I read for people who are very connected to the earth, the land spirits, the animals, and the plants. So let's get in today and see what's coming up. I've already pulled some cards and I was feeling two main energies within this. So the first energy, I believe, is you, viewer, and is talking about going through a big ending. And it says a gorgeous ending, a new cycle begins. So you might be sensing that you're at the very end of like a lot of bullshit is what Spirit is saying. I'm also seeing a giraffe here, and the giraffe has come up in previous readings for this collective as well. So you might want to look back at some of my other car videos. It was in the car video. But you've been seeing things from a completely different perspective. You're not really apologizing for being the odd one out anymore. And I feel like I keep hearing, I'm just kind of over it. Like, I feel like you're looking at things that excited you like in the past couple years, and just being like, I don't care about this anymore. Like, just completely ready to be done. There's been a lot of intensity for you. I'm seeing a stack of bills. Like, there's been a lot of financial intensity for this group. And it's like you're completing a reflection period. So you might find yourself not as focused on like the spiritual lesson from this anymore. You might be spending more time more or less doing things that you enjoy, or calming down your nervous system, taking care of your body, or just relaxing and sleeping more. It's all about coming into this new daybreak in this whole situation, okay? It says the last obstacle before the emergence of life. And then we have the moving card. This is a physical move for almost everybody here. Very few of you are not physically moving somewhere else. Now let's move to this second energy, because this second energy feels a lot darker and a lot more hollow than you guys. It's connected by a lack of confidence. So this is like an energy that connects both of you. And we'll get into why this connects you later. But this lack of confidence is from needing to walk through a ring of fire. All right, so there's been a lot of challenges and obstacles that have happened, and still a couple that you have to go through to regain your confidence. Same for this other individual, but I feel like they aren't willing to walk through the fire to do what needs to happen here. This person, or I guess we'll say energy right now. We'll get into it more here in a second. But this other energy is unfazed. They haven't been going through this reflection period that you have, but they should be, is what I hear. They're in their head about other things, overthinking, stressed, overanalyzing. They're showing me Will Graham from the Hannibal series saying, "This is my design." So this person created a whole, like, I'm hearing fucked up scenario that has affected you and affected a group of other women specifically. These people are trying to lay low right now. They're trying to be silent. This is more than one person. But this is a very male-oriented group here, okay? And there's one male that, in particular, doesn't feel obligated, I'm hearing, or responsible for what's happened here, even though they orchestrated this. They targeted you because of your potential. It says young and energetic with great energy. And I'm feeling this pushback from the collective saying, I'm not that young, but youth is an energy. Youth isn't necessarily your physical age. You can have a youthful spirit and be any age. And this is really a spiritual energy, because a youthful energy is capable of confidence and optimism, and tends to see the glass half full, even when others may see it empty. A youthful spirit is also very good at bouncing back instead of breaking. This is the energy of a young sapling that somebody goes to crack it and they can't break this. It's a very resilient energy, and it can come back from a lot of harm. And believe it or not, there's a lot of people in the world who do not have this capability. Your resilience is a rare art, I'm hearing. It's not a fun art, but it's a rare art. And this is part of your spiritual protection. And Spirit's saying it's part of my design, not this person's design. Now, I want to go back to that for a moment because I don't know if you guys are familiar with Hannibal. If you are, let me know in the comments, because it's my favorite series, actually. But the character that says this is my design as sort of his mantra throughout the series is somebody who has extreme empathy to the point where he becomes the thing that he was supposed to be studying to, he's becoming the serial killers, essentially, and sort of loses himself in this process. So there's something here about this. There's a person within this that has no empathy and is genuinely psychopathic or something to that, whatever dark triad nonsense is going on with this person. But there's also somebody who has extreme empathy to the point where it's handicapping them. This is the in their head energy, okay? And these two are affiliated in some way. It's odd that they're affiliated, but I feel like they are. I'm seeing them talking on the phone. There's stacks of papers, and they have to call each other to review what's on the papers. One of these people sits at a very fancy desk. Not fancy, but this person has a dedicated office. It's a nice desk. They have an important job outside of whatever this is. And this is like their side hustle in some way, okay? Yeah, I'm hearing the things that you've been through benefited these people, especially the overthinker. And because they've begun to benefit quite a bit from this, and they hit a halt in some way, like Spirit put the brakes on the income that they were receiving because they had to cover their tracks. Now this person, this empathetic person, is suddenly in their conscience, right? They're suddenly reviewing their choices and thinking, oh God, what did I just do? Why am I doing this? But they're in too deep. I'm seeing somebody up to their nose, hearing up to their nose in bullshit as well. So this person has told a lot of lies to a lot of people. And I'm hearing these people in power, they've lied under oath before. But this person's intelligent. Almost scary intelligent, okay? Now, the other reason that you were targeted among these women is because you are somebody who finds inspiration in a lot of things. You're a natural creative. If some of you might not be a creative in the traditional sense, but you have a creative mind. You're somebody who can talk your way out of things or talk people into things. There's something here about your voice that's very... I'm hearing groundbreaking. You have the power of motivation and manifestation in your voice, and these people wanted to harness that in a way through coercive control. I'm also seeing chains here, and I'm hearing bondage. Okay, so that could be a double meaning. That, you know, if this is a trafficking situation or something to that extent. But I feel like for many of you, this is a spiritual bondage more than anything. In the same way that this person is reviewing paperwork at this desk, this other person, the unfazed person that may or may not be a psychopath, or I think it's psychopath. I apologize, guys. I always mix up a psychopath and a sociopath, because one of them struggles with empathy, but they can learn it. And one of them does not experience empathy and cannot be taught that. This person cannot be taught. They're like an empty husk in that way. And I don't say that about all people who are psychopaths. It's about their choices. This person has made horrendous choices and violent choices towards others. All in the name of dopamine, I'm hearing. This person's like a thrill seeker. An adventurer in a very bad way, very dark way. But this other unfazed person that I was just referring to, they have created bonds for this group of oppressed people in the spirit, they have their contracts and their quote-unquote paperwork in the spirit that they have to do the reviewing over. So these two coordinate over the phone. The empathetic person, I'll call them a man, okay, because I think they're both men. The empathetic man is more of the physical overseer, but they have emotions about it. The psychopathic man is like a spiritual overseer. They're almost showing me like, I don't know if I can say this word on here, in SLAVE master. That's the vibe they're giving. It's gross. I don't want to be in this energy. Both of these people feel like they're running now. They haven't physically changed locations yet, but they're like waiting in case they have to. They're showing me somebody with a telescope, which to me means that they're trying to see into the future, logically, and like looking for anything that might be changing that's given them the go ahead. Like, oh, things are gonna get bad, we better get moving. Your energy has eclipsed all of the energies that they've sent towards you. So everybody who's staying prayed up and doing your protections for yourself and your manifestations for yourself, clearing your bloodline, all that stuff is working. Keep it up, keep doing it. These attempts to torment you are going back to sender, and they're not going to be able to return to you. Even new ones are not going to be able to return to you. This says torment. Stay optimistic, endure the suffering. But I feel like the brakes being put on whenever it says endure the suffering. Like, there's not going to be a need to endure anymore. You're almost done. I will keep these two cards out just so that I can keep track of where we're going here. Because there's something here about needing to inform you about these energies, as much as I hate reading into them. These motherfuckers keep coming up in my readings. And there's something here that you guys need to know about it, so we'll get into it. Because my responsibility is to help you guys get back to yourselves and be able to do your spiritual work, because these two, I can't say these two, this group that these two are affiliated with, do so much to try to halt the work of light workers on this planet, and it pisses me off so intensely. But those of us who have a lot of healing to bring are often targeted. Oh gosh. Okay, we have some child energy coming up here. Okay, let's see here. Okay, this is not going to be for everybody. I'm just going to begin by saying that this is a collective reading. Only take what resonates. I think if this isn't the first psychic reading you've ever tuned into, you should probably know that by now. I usually don't repeat it forever, but you get what I'm saying. Use common sense. So if you don't know about this happening, this isn't for you. But this card is about a physical break-in. This is about, legit, miscreant activity. I hate having to censor myself, guys. I'm so sorry. But, there's been a lot of activity around your home. If this is for you, Spirit is saying that for those of you who know that there's been break-in type activities, it's important to use water. I don't know if you can see this card, but use water to wash your floors and walls if you've been experiencing unexplained and medically mysterious respiratory problems, or like some kind of skin issue. There's like hives or like burning. So there's something here. There's like a chemical that's been put in, okay? So you can wash it off, wear gloves. Obviously this is for entertainment purposes. TV? Okay. Let's see here. Alright, let's get into some other energies around your home. The birds have messages for you. I feel like my entire collective is very, very connected to birds. there have been interferences around this in the past where there might have been birds that felt strange to you or felt like they were monitoring. If you sense that, everybody here has the ability, because you are like very healing, angelically guided people, to say a blessing over that bird, kind of remotely, and just send them some love, and that will break any kind of negativity that's been put on them. But just know that in general, the birds have some unique and specific messages for you guys. That's not for me to tell you about in this reading. This is something that will be very personal to you. So, if you need to and you're unfamiliar, you can look up what different birds mean, what they eat, their behaviors, and stuff like that. But their movements, the numbers of them that show up, their songs, the way they look at you, any kind of images, sounds, or feelings that come to you while you're seeing them, or even if they show up in dreams, this is all going to be for you guys, okay? And they're going to help you, because this is, I'm hearing a way that Archangel Michael and, this is like an angel I don't know about. I'll have to look it up, but I'm hearing Pelago or something like that. I don't know. You guys, if you know what I'm talking about, let me know in the comments, because sometimes I'll hear names and they don't mean anything to me. So, but I'm hearing Pelago or something like that. If there's like an angel or a guardian spirit that you know of with that name, then let me know. But Michael and Pelago, I guess, are showing up with that kind of energy. And those are protector guides. They're very powerful, and I'm hearing a cast of protection over your house and over you, because they're showing me a cast in one sense that they're like casting the protection, right? And it's like a beam, but they're showing me a cast put on somebody's arm that's healing. If they break their arm, or on their leg that's healing. So there's like a healing element to this protection as well. Okay, we have people. This is about strangers. Be aware that if you have dreams about strange people, you might be seeing, you're going to get some kind of message when you see these people in your dreams. Spirit's cautioning me against saying too much here, but be aware that the dreams that you have about people have meaning at this time. If, say blessings over yourself before you go to sleep. Sleep with a clear quartz or a Herkimer diamond under your pillow. You could even go with black tourmaline as well, is a nice one for that. And this is a very healing one as well. This is garden quartz. This is very grounding. It's really nice. That's a good one to have near you when you sleep as well. And if you're having trouble sleeping, specifically having a pyramid-shaped crystal, it is very nice. It lays like a foundation for the energy, and that'll help you out. Now, we're going to move into something that is tough to talk about, but I'm hearing we need to go there. We have to talk about kids for a second, okay? Tell me about this, please. Tell me about this, please. I'm hearing something about a party. Oh, wow. Okay, yeah, we have the gala coming up here, which is also my party card in this deck. What's going on with this party, please? There's a party that somebody is either missing or, like, excluded from in some way. There's, like, an event, a child's event or something like that you're not going to be able to go to or something. There's something that's, like, tying you up from being able to attend here. And there's this feeling of falling as well, or like losing yourself because of some kind of like separation or prevention of, it's like something is blocking you from talking to your kid or talking to a kid, teaching them something. I literally just got the school card as I said that. There's something that you want to teach your kid about, or this child about, that you aren't able to. And Spirit is saying you have to let go of this fear of falling, like things being out of your control, because the pieces have fallen already. You can't pick up the pieces now. For this group, decisions were made that weren't necessarily the best for those of you that this part resonates for. And I think you know about them. This isn't to, like, kick you while you're down type of thing, but this is just saying, like, accept where you're at. The only way you're going to heal and move forward and be able to change anything is to accept where you are first. And I know how hard that kind of stuff is. But they're saying you can't take this with you forever. You can't take this feeling of, I messed up and everything's screwed up now. Blew everything up. You can't take that to the grave, right? Nothing is going to change if you continue in that energy. So put it to the fire in whatever way that means to you, okay? But don't run from these feelings. You have to sit with them for them to alchemize for you. Something else about this? There's a spiritual connection that has been put for some of you that this child part resonates with. It's like a family connection spiritually. Whenever somebody tried to ensnare you in some kind of spiritual stuckness, an energy harvest, they also ensnared a child for some of you that's either near you or is your child. I'm hearing these people have records of everything that's happened, and they can't get rid of I'm sorry, I'm kind of laughing at the fact that these people are not super literate in destroying evidence. But there's something here about, like, the truth will come out. It's a matter of time, but the truth is going to come out. Yeah, see, it's like you're a number among many people. But you're the one that's closest to finding the way out. I'm sorry, I don't know if you guys can see this. There's a maze. I apologize for the lighting. I really don't enjoy reading under bright lights, so it is what it is. Yeah, Spirit is saying that you have superhero powers. You can make yourself invisible in certain ways that they don't know how to deal with. And maybe that's the thing that you wanted to teach this child. But just know that your guides and angels are taking care of this child. There's something here about needing to focus. I'm hearing you need to focus. You can't just, like, hide. I feel like these guides are very, almost harsh, but not in a mean way. It's like a drill sergeant. They're like, get it together. I know you're capable of more than this. I'm hearing that this spiritual cord that's been put on this child, you have the ability to undo this, but you have to focus. You need to quit, like, obsessing over something on your phone. Somebody here is, like, obsessively escaping on their phone or trying to research something on the phone, but whatever it is, it's like they're saying get the hell off the phone and focus. And you can close the box that you opened. Okay, so for those of you who know what that means, that's for you. We're going to move forward now. Spirit, please clear the energy. Please remove all negative influence from myself and from the viewer at this time. What else, please? There's something here about a pigeon or a dove that's trying to interact with you guys, okay? They're trying to, like, bring more peace to your home or into your life. And for a lot of you, this is a physical bird that's trying to nest near your house or does nest near your house. You might hear them call during the day. I feel like it's a mourning dove for a lot of you. But even connecting, I'm hearing that connecting with the spirit of the doves and pigeons will be very, very good and healthy for you guys, because there's just so many, like, internal demons that you're dealing with because of the way that things have happened for you. For better or worse, right? Because of things that other people have done. For some of you, you might have been cheated on. Some of you saw some stuff or know about some stuff that you didn't want to know about because there's been some evil people around you. And if you aren't If you're just listening to this video and you're not sure what that means, you can look up for a second and see this image, but I don't want to talk about this because I don't want to be censored. Okay. Okay, they want me to move on to the next deck here. Which deck, please? Oh, they want some ancestors. There are ancestors up in this bitch. Oh, goodness. That's mine that knocked the camera over. Okay. Some of you come from, like, a lineage. Oh, man. They're here, man. Look at the candle going nuts. We have fortitude. There's a lot of people here with, like, Celtic ancestry. A lot of Scottish, Irish. I'm even hearing there's some Spanish as well. They're saying, we're here to help you with your fortitude. This is, like, in your genes. This is in your DNA. And for a lot of you, you're so connected to the birds because you have druid lineage. So you can look into that. It says, follow your own rhythm. Oh, that's partially why they want you to get off your phone. I think some of you have been, like, trying to figure out or get back to your spiritual roots in a way. Kind of harness your own abilities. And just know that nobody's going to be able to, like, take that from you. And again, I'm hearing, because somebody did, these two crazy people that you were dealing with before, this group, whatever, they were doing a lot of spell work on you before that affected your gifts. But it says connect to past loved ones. This doesn't have to be people you know. Just keep that in mind, especially if your family is super toxic, a lot of karmics, whatever. Connect with those in your ancestral line who want to go after the same goals with you. I'm seeing a bunch of little kids picking team members before a game of, like, softball or something. So you don't have to choose from the people you know. Your strongest ancestors that'll be in your corner, yeah, psychic strength, you can't make it up. The ones that can interact with you and relate to you are probably most likely not going to be people you know. These might be extremely far back in your lineage. It's all about tuning in and connecting with them. For a lot of you, you actually have ancestors that were spiritual advisors in some way. This card talks about shamanism, but there's, like, medicine people, priests, healers, nuns, you know, tons of different people throughout history that have taken on this role as, like, an advisor or caretaker or kind of, like, spiritual helper for others. Okay, thank you. Lucky. Good. Get your ball. Get the ball. Good. Thank you. Thank you for clearing the space. You're so good. Okay. And then we have answer the call. So your guides and ancestors are just saying, like, we are definitely going to answer your call. Just know that. But some of you, oh wow, we have family connections in reverse. Some of you are trying to connect to family members that are, like, I'm hearing dark as fuck. Like, I can relate to that because I had some ancestors, I guess they're ancestors now, but I had some family members who passed on. And I swear to God, some of them came to me in dreams right after they passed. And it was some evil shit. Like, Spirit showed me how bad some of these people were when they were younger. And I was like, nope, not you. Good luck out there. You need to do some healing before I fuck with you. Because some of our ancestors were on some bullshit. Alright, let's see. Just put these aside. What else, please? Spirits. I'm seeing a seal or a sea lion. What's that about? Oh, they're showing me the myth about the Selkie. Which is, this is weird. I wonder where they're going with this. So the Selkie story is about and correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm a little rusty on this one, so let me know in the comments. But the Selkie story is about a man finding what I think he thought it was a seal, but it turned out to be a beautiful woman on the beach. He ends up, like, marrying her, and the whole thing is about her wanting to go back to the ocean. There's a lot to that story, but that's kind of what they're talking about to me with that, is there's, like, a wild aspect to you that other people want to keep, that were in your family lineage. And there's living and dead people in your family that had a gigantic interest in, like, stealing from you, okay? Because they're like, Spirit's showing me, like, this man stealing the Selkies, not only, like, romantic love or whatever, but also, like, stealing their fur as, like, an insulation against the world. And this is kind of what these people are doing to you. It's like they're stealing I'm hearing your boundaries, like they're stealing your energy as a way to kind of keep themselves out of hot water, because a lot of them are on some bullshit. And some of them were like kind of tapping into your third eye and your hearing abilities so that they could see what's coming ahead, because they just want to make sure that they're not going to get in trouble with the law or get in trouble with the divine, which is so goofy, because it's like a lot of these people legit don't understand that being a witch or being a spell, I guess, energy worker, whatever the hell you want to call yourself, it doesn't mean that you control everything. It means that you can, like, okay, it's like using clay, right? And I don't know why I'm explaining this, because y'all already know, but it's like using clay. Like, you can mold the clay into anything you want, but it's still fucking clay, right? Like, you're not alchemically changing the clay into whatever. There's certain rules to how the universe works, and a lot of these people are such young souls in the broad scope of shit that they don't even know the rules yet. And they'll read the rules and be like, well, I'm the most powerful. It's like, okay, alright, girl. You do that. Go ahead. Then 10 years down the road, they're like, why is my life falling apart? Because you're an idiot. You're a big fucking idiot. But, you know, people gonna do what they do. Okay, what else, please? Okay, Spirit wants to give you, like, 1 or 2 more cards. While I'm shuffling, just know that I really appreciate you guys. I'm so happy that, you know, you guys take the time to comment. It means so much to me. I'm coming through a really stupid era of my life the last couple years, and it just means a lot whenever I see that you guys are getting something out of these videos and that you're interested. Like, thank you so much for listening to me, because I'm just some person out here, right? Oh my god, look, I felt unappreciated, but you guys make me feel appreciated now. Can't make it up. So, thank you. And I also wanted you guys to know I am doing personal readings again. So, you can go to the links on my website, elderbeingsintuition.com, if you want to book one. I will be opening up energy healing again soon. So keep an eye out for that, or just message me if you want that ahead of time. Alright, so Spirit is saying, you know, feeling like you missed so many opportunities from all these, I'm hearing fuckwads, in your life is valid, okay? It says, I didn't act when I should have. You did the best you could, and it's really important at this time to go back and sit with the energies of that you're kind of like wielding against this past form of yourself. Yeah, I just opened the deck to reminiscing. Okay, so take your time to do that. Have these disagreements with yourself and sit with them, okay? Because it's really important you don't just internalize this as I'm a fuck up or something. But you need to regain your self-love by having more kindness towards this past version of you that was doing the best you could. You're starting a new chapter, and that chapter requires self-love. It's not an option anymore, okay? You have to do it. And take whatever time you need for that, because it's going to happen regardless, okay? It's not going to be given to you unless you do the self-love work. but it is promised once you do it, okay? And there's some things that are coming down the road for you that Spirit can't reveal yet. This came up in reverse. It says, I want to tell you the truth. So there's going to be probably some people coming forward, fessing up about their fuck shit. Yeah, unexpected outcomes. I feel very positive about this, though. Like, even though these people might be telling you some crazy stuff about the damage, I feel like it's gonna almost relieve you of blaming yourself once you realize how much you've survived, because you're incredibly strong, and your ancestors are saying this to me. They're like, we are so fucking proud of you, because there's a lot of them are saying we couldn't have done what you did in the circumstances you did it. So bring that energy to yourself, okay? Bring that energy to yourself and focus. Alright guys, I'm sending you lots of love at this time, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!